Hey everybody, Scroft here. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 25 and the channel, and also welcome back to Bevington Farm. This is like episode 3, but it's episode 2 because the first one was like a pilot, like I've mentioned, showing you around the farm, talking about it and everything. So this is like the second proper episode. I've done quite a lot behind the scenes. I've been chilling out, taking it easy because of my mouth, which has got better. The sleep I had last night made the world of good. So today I felt better. I was still swollen, but it's getting better. And I've seen so many comments from the video and also in my Discord server. I just want to thank everybody for such, the kind comments. It really does mean a lot when everyone, says get better and stuff. So thank you for that. You didn't have to do that, but so thank you very much. But there's an update of the map. So if you want to download it again, jump onto the itch.io page. I'll put a link in the video description. All you got to do is just download it again. You don't have to faff about with a save game or anything like that. Just replace the map mod. So just the edited map mod. Replace that with the one that's already in your mod folder, and you'll have a few things that I've updated. So first thing is the shed. Now, I love the idea of this, and I was never going to change it because I always wanted it to be a focal point. I took inspiration from a farm I worked on that has the exact same thing, which is a drive-through bale shed. And I wanted it to be pretty cool and also a bit of a challenge. But I thought it is a bit difficult, so I've decided to change it up. Now, first things first, shout out to Nathan because he sent me the shed. We'd gone into Blender basically and took some of the posts out. So instead of it having 4 posts, it's now only got 2, which are obviously easier to drive through and more space. So that's a positive. But I also decided to remove the collisions off these posts. So if you are doing it, you can technically like clip it and it won't matter. But if you're driving through the middle of it, obviously it breaks the immersion. So my advice would just be to try at least if you want to do the same thing as me and put your bales into the shed. I mean, I like it. I think it's pretty cool. Some of the painting textures you'll have to redo. I've done them in the map. So if you start afresh on the save game provided, it'll look much better. But because you've already got your own save game and you carried on, you'll have to repaint down the texture here where the post would have been, or you can just keep it. It doesn't really matter. But it's much easier. You can drive through these, you can clip into them. It doesn't matter now. And they're pretty much just for show. And also, we've moved a few posts out thanks to Nathan. Another change that I did, I got a comment of someone suggesting, just for a visual thing, why don't you add some water troughs into the cow sheds? And I thought it was such a good thing that I overlooked. I think it's because it's already got like automatic watering on, so I just didn't think of it. But I decided it was a good idea. So I've added 1 water trough into each cow shed with the water plane that you can visualize as well. And it's just there for show. So yeah, every single one's got one. The back wall on these 2. So, and then on the other one up there, it's got it's got it at the back wall as well. So yeah, sorted that out. I also decided to put some more storage in because even I experienced it that we needed more storage. So I decided to put that in. So we've got this. So I made this shed taller and a tiny bit wider. Do not drop bird poo on me. I'm sure they're following me. No to bird poo. Anyway, I made it higher and a tiny bit wider, so that's easier to get stuff in like windrows and anything like that, because it was quite, the height wasn't there for it basically, so that's easier. And I also placed this in. So this is a brand new shed. So this is a brand new shed that's gone in, a lot of storage space, and as you can see, I've got a lot of equipment in there that we'll talk about in a second. Not sure why the windrow's been moving on its own though. Not sure. Now this was a door, but I've taken that out. We don't want that to be a door. But yeah, it obviously adds to the storage, which was needed. It's a bit of a weird thing to have like a milk tank there with 2 triggers, but that's just for these 2 over here. It'll do the job for now. That's the thing, and it's improved the fact that we've got some storage. And if we just go here, I'll show you the water trough in there. There we go. Job done. So that's pretty much all I've done when it comes to the changes. But if you want the latest kind of update that I've done there, go onto the itch.io page, re-download it, just swap it over. You might have to do a bit of terraforming in the shed that I've just shown you for storage, but also, inside that bale stacking shed there as well. You'll have to sort that out. That's about it. Right, let's jump into the air because I want to show you something else I've done, which this is just save game now related and series related. I added another pasture down here. Decided that looking at these fields, we've got this pasture that we did in the other episode, which is going to be for our beef stock. That one is already there for a sheep, which pretty much just stay out all year round, to be honest. But then I decided that, it wasn't fair on the dairy stock and the need to stretch the legs. So this one's now going to be the field for the dairy stock. I'm not going to lose out on grass fields with losing 3. Because when you think about it, I've got this one here. I've got that one there, which is massive, which is another L-shaped field. We can call this the L-shaped grass field and call that the L-shaped crop field. So that's 1, 2. I'm not counting that because that's where I'm going to expand out the farm. So this will be 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, these are actually like small fields, but still 6 grass fields. So a lot of fields. Like we could do maybe 3 fields, maybe these 4 here for hay, and then do 1 and 2 here for silage. I think that'll be plenty. I mean, we're obviously with the cows being out, they're going to be grazing. These are big grazing fields. We're going to get enough from that. So we don't need to worry about that, to be honest. Right, let's take flight mode off now. There we go. Job done. Right, another update, but this one's a bit of a negative, but it had to be done. It just had to be done because I've literally sourced all the equipment I'm going to need for the farm, and I've got it all at about 50. I'd say my average was about 50, maybe say 50% off. So I've spent half of the amount I would do if I just bought it direct from the dealership. So that 30,000 that I invested in getting that is paid off. But I had to take out a loan. 2 loans, in fact, because it just all came in, and I was like, right, I've got to buy it. And I thought I had more than I did, and then I started obviously doing bits and bobs as well. So instead of me having the 350 that I got, which you saw me do in one of the in the previous episode, I've now had to get another 175 on top of it to source all the equipment that I now own. But a positive, I've got my mower set up, got front and a side mower at the back. I've got my disc harrow there. I've got a solid spreader over here. I've got my straw blower, square baler. I've also got a combi round baler. They've got the Fusion 4 that does need a paint job. It's pretty shocking. It definitely needs that. I got this mulcher as well, so we're going to be using that soon. Sprayer, which does need a load of additional stuff to it, I will be honest. If I wanted to put like the precision farming stuff to it, it's going to need that added to it. But at least we've got it, and then we can invest further into it. We've got a 6-meter seeder, really good one, direct seeding as well, so that'll help us with precision farming. Got a row, got a tedder. I mean, I've pretty much stacked out on all the equipment now. I've got the trailer finally for bales. That is an auto-load trailer as well, so I did auto-load these bales on. A funny story, I actually didn't see the rain was coming, and I got out to the field right before the rain dropped. I already did 2 fields of straw, so I had to get them in. So I just put them under cover in here. So we need to stack them away. I'm probably going to do that first thing, to be honest. Let's just go around there. You already know I've got the feed mixer, but I finally got a trailer for the animals as well. Got my normal trailer that you've already seen. And then down here, got a Teagle mulch spreader, which is going to be great to use. And then we've got the slurry spreader, which is the Ross, which is the Ross Moore one. So spot on. So yeah, pretty much got everything. Like I'm set up, ready to go. One thing I haven't shown you, which I got, which was much needed, is I got a telehandler, and I went with the JCB because that's the one I asked for. So over here we've got an extra tractor, which you saw me get, but now I've got a JCB with a bale grab on the front. So we're pretty much sorted out, set up, ready to go. And yeah, like I said, it was all needed stuff, but the problem is I've got a lot of money. I owe 525,000, but we are playing on normal difficulty. It's not like the small holding. We're playing on normal difficulty, and yeah, we can hopefully pay everything off. I mean, we're already doing pretty well. We got this. If you have a look, we've got loads of wool that's already stacked up out in the field that we can sort out. But I think I've also got a bit of milk. Where are the milkers? So there's no milk in there as of yet, but there's also no meadow grass that's been spotted. So they're technically in need of a bit of feed, but I'm not too fussed about that because I think it'll be fine. But one of these cow sheds has got a load of milk in. It must be because they're not in there, but one of them's definitely got about 4,000, 5,000 in. So we can leave it there for a bit, I guess. But we've definitely got quite a lot of sources of income. Like wool, we've already got 13,000. We've got 125,000 litres, 125 grand's worth of wheat. And if you add that to the canola, that's 175,000. So that pays off straight away, them 2 loans, them extra ones. Right, just taking a short break there. Needed a bit of a drink. These stitches, honestly. Yeah, I've had 2 wisdom teeth out now. This is the last one out of the 2 bad ones that were growing. It's stupid angle. It's almost scary, really, the way they were growing. And if nothing happened, like if we didn't have modern medicine, they'd just shatter and probably ruin all the rest of my teeth at the top, the way they were going. And yeah, I left it too long. And I mean, NHS are brilliant because it's, you know, something I'm proud of, but the waiting times are not good for something like this. And it took a while. The first one came out, but then the second one was more complicated, so I had to go to hospital for this one. And yeah, a little bit different than last one. So yeah, it's rough going with the amount of stitches I've had, but I'll be glad to get back to normal, put it that way. I've got plenty of faffing to do, so I need to sort this out. But I'm getting there. I'm just glad it's sorted now. And now it's just like a patient waiting game to get things healed. So I'm just trying to think how to do this. I want to use the loader. We're going to unload these. We're going to manually do it, and then I'm going to just do a bit of baling. I mean, I know it's not the most productive things we can be doing. I could be flying ahead with the series, but yeah, part of me's just thinking, well, I'm supposed to be resting up and chilling out, and at least I'm still playing the game. I'm not going to make that, am I? I'm going to have to reverse down that way, turn around. This is the challenge I wanted, though, so I can't complain. I mean, I designed the farm, so if I complain, that's not the wisest thing in the world to do. We're going to do this, I'm telling you. I've got an idea where I want to stop this trailer so I can unload, basically. That's the idea, the plan. So we're going to do this. I wouldn't like to do this in cab, though, but can we? Am I going to scrape? I am scraping. But if I try and straighten her up now, I've got through there, which is good. Ugh, we're getting there, people. We are getting there. So my plan is, yeah, to unload these bales, go and finish off the baling, bit of a time lapse, and we'll take a bit of a recap there. I mean, it's been frustrating to not be able to get the farmhand done. I've got some super exciting things to work on with the farmhand, and if I could fast forward time and see everyone's reaction, I would do it, put it that way. Super cool stuff. And yeah, the farmhand, the future of the farmhand's bright, people, I promise you. It's just a story that needs telling, and it's the patience of it as well that even I need to have is the one creating it. So yeah. Ooh, getting a bit of frame rate still. Since I updated my graphics card to the latest software, it's not been playing ball. Right, so the plan is I'm going to put all the straw on the left side, and we're going to back up because this is why I wanted to do it. So it's just easy for me to maneuver to it. So if we just try and go as far back as possible with this, I'm probably not going to be able to get them last bales, but I can get the other ones, and then that one there I'm just gonna have to probably move forward and let that be a problem for another day. But let's see if we can pick 3 up in one go. That would make things a lot easier here. And 2 spikes will help, won't they? Steady as she goes. I used to love manual loading and unloading bales in the game, but I tell you this now, having tried it in real life and knowing how bloody difficult it is, I've got a bigger respect now than I've ever had for stacking bales. What I should have done is stacked up from that side first so I can maximise how many I can actually fit in here. But yeah, in real life, picking up bales is so hard. I mean, unloading bales isn't the issue. Easy. But picking them up is a nightmare. I've fluffed it so many times now. And it's because it's like a knack that you need to practice to get the bale to tear into it. You think a spike would just with ease want to get into a bale, but it just doesn't work like that, unfortunately. There we go, that's that one done. And if we just probably stack it in front of it, we'll try and stack up this end first. But I want to try and get as many square bales into this area, and then there we go, and then use this as the kind of spot to get feed and bedding for like the straw blower and the TMR mixer. That is going to be my aim anyway, but it's just a bit of a challenge, and I know I've removed the collisions, which helps a lot, but my god, I think the tally truck would have been the only thing that does this without removing these collisions, if it was like that before. Also as well, you've got to think, like if I go say 4 out and I'm here, let's say the bales are all the way up to there, the problem with that is I've then got nowhere to move if it's the same on the other side. So really I'm only going to go 3 out. I'm going to leave myself a bit of a gap, or else it's going to be an absolute pain. Let's see what happens here. I'm hoping this is going to be alright. Doesn't look happy, does it, that bale? Okay, so we're good so far. I mean, it's not the easiest thing in the world anyway, because I'm trying to move 3 bales. And 0.5. That mod by Farm Sim Tim is a lifesaver. It basically just helps you so much, because it tells you how far you are off the ground. Right, I somehow did that. I don't know how I did that in cab view, but I'll take that as a win. There we go. I'm happy with that. So that's probably as far out as I want to go. I mean, we could put some to the back and higher up and make make use of the space. That wouldn't be too much of an issue. So let's try and put 3 more. Yeah, let's try and put 3 more high at the back, far end of that 3. Whoop. Tell you what, I have made this tricky. Apologies, everybody. I bet the people that are manually stacking these bales do not like me right now. I do think I could probably get 3 up there, but only if I get them past the shed. Or maybe not 3, it's going to have to be 2. So let's make sure we do that. I still want to try and stack as many in here and make the most of the space. Oh my days, that's my fault. Faffed about. Let's see if we can just fix that quickly. Right, I'm actually quite happy with that. I think I did a pretty decent job for what it is. I mean, it definitely fit in more, and also that could be pushed up a bit, but I'll sort out the collision because I think the collision's a little bit too low because I tried to remove it, but the best way that I thought to remove it was to raise it up because it still stops the precipitation so the rain doesn't come through, because like the indoor mask, the way it works in GE sometimes is you can define the indoor mask by the collision. So I raised it up so you still don't get rain in here, which is obviously important because if we've got bales in here, you don't want to get them rained on. I'm using the realistic weather mod, which I've actually got activated now, and that if I get rain on a bale, it's just going to start rotting. So yeah, I just need to raise it up a little bit more because I think I left it about there. I think it'd be fine, but obviously it's not, because I can easily get, let's say one more bale would be nice, but you could probably stack two at the far end, maybe two at the back and then one here and there on that third row. And if I push it up a little bit more, I should be able to get another 2 columns in. So yeah, that's the plan anyway. We need more bales to do that, so let's go and get some baling done. Going to carry on with the square baler, the dreaded square baler. It is not, yeah, it's not the best, but I do prefer stacking square bales in that kind of location. And I think we've got the other baler when we want to do some silage. Because the bunker's got 100,000 litres in, and we're feeding our cows, well, we're feeding our cows just grazing at the moment, so we want to prepare to have that better cow shed. That is the goal on this, on Bevington Farm. We want a proper cow shed. Lancey boy said he might be sending me another one, which I'm telling you now is a proper cow shed. It's massive. But he's also sent me in the past another one that I showed off, which is stunning and it would be perfect. But do you know which one I actually really like? It's the one by, I'm sure it's by FS Landscaping, and it's basically Tom Pembleton's new cow shed. And I'm thinking that might be perfect for what we want to do. So you never know, that could be where we go. This straw's not decided to start rotting away, has it? I hope not, because of the rain. I'm sure it's only the bales that rot away. I don't think it's loose. Yeah, I don't think it's anything loose. But, well, we'll find out. Let's let's go third person. Oh man, do you know what? When I made the terrain edits as I started out, I knew where the farm was going to be, and I decided to do all the terrain edits after. I wanted a focal point, like a little bit of a hill in a field where you drive over and you just in cab and all you're seeing is the horizon, and then when you get over it you go down. But I always thought the top was a nice tree, and all I need to do next is put a little box to the side of that tree by a rock wall where Andy Dufresne yeah, Andy Dufresne leaves his letter for Morgan Freeman. You know, if you've not seen that film, you should do. It's bloody brilliant. Honestly. Still can't believe I did Morgan Farming Freeman in that intro. It was pretty cool.
On the floor, looking up, wanting more. This is so unreal. floor. Hard to resist, got me looking like this, like no one before. 'Cause I must be strong, 'cause this might go on for long. 'Cause I was wrong, and he's always there for you. I keep living alone, way so far from home. Free, but ready to bleed from this all. Hard to be standing on your own. Hard to be standing on your own. Left on the floor, looking up, wanting more. This is so unreal. Out of my mind, how could I be so blind? How could I not see? I must have been wrong, 'cause your love is strong for him. Why would it not be? He's always there for you. I keep living alone, way so far from home. Free, but ready to bleed from this all. Hard to be standing on your own. I keep living alone, way so far from home. Free, but ready to bleed from this all. Hard to be standing on your own. Hard to be standing on your own.
Well, it's getting dark. You can see the lights have come on around the farm. We're 6:30. I've done 39 bales in that time lapse that you guys have just seen. Listening to some really good tunes. It felt like I was playing on Grand Theft Auto and putting the radio on that, because it was all them types of tunes. There's some really kind of brilliant 80s and 90s beats on GTA 5. I mean, it's a good talking point about GTA 6 coming out. I've been seeing the trailer for that. It looks incredible. Almost mind-blowing, really, how they can make something that good. But I always think, yeah, Grand Theft Auto pretty much defines the next generation of gaming, doesn't it? So it's going to be super cool to check out. But no, the music was good. It started getting dark. 39 bales. Got plenty more to stack away. I was looking at the tyres as well. You can see that they've gone down. I mean, I wish I could put another one next to it right now so you can compare the difference. But that's 19% worn. So we're getting there. We're getting there. I do like that mod. But it needs a clean. It definitely needs a bit of fuel. It's running low now. I also need to get the jet wash on the baler. But I will start stacking these up before the next episode starts. I'll get them all in here. I might even push them up a little bit more and make that look better. We'll get it looking good before we finish. But yeah, plenty for me to do. Mainly stacking bales away, cleaning off tractors, refueling them. But it's been a good one. Another productive one. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, give it a thumbs up for me, because that really does help me out. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this one on Farming Simulator. See you, everybody.